Triple B Boy Podcast.
Let's go! We on week 3, boys. I got my two lovely men here with me this week. Now we got Joshy Boy coming in 3 inches strong. And then we got a little boom, 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 boom. You know who that is? That Gregory Fisher, the snake! The snake! So we are here ready to break some shit down. All I know is this week is like a big surprise for me. Josh wouldn't tell me nothing. He's like, nope. I need your honest, real reactions when I break it
That's
down.
right.
And I was like, okay, I like it. Let's go.
I tried
That's
breaking
right.
him, he wouldn't tell me anything.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do later. It's not really something you could prepare for. So that's another thing too. It's just a genuine like reaction thing. You know what I mean? You'll know what I mean when we do the podcast or when we get to the
I will
segment.
Bear Grylls the shit out of it. I'm always prepared, sir.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
So boys, tell me what happened in this last week, dude. It was a total different week from week 1, right?
Those 1
Dude,
o'clock
I
games
know.
were terrible.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was like, I feel like everything, like, I feel like the teams that did bad last week balled out this week and vice versa. Like, I just feel like everything was so opposite from week 1. Like,
I think what you're trying to say is the true kings really showed themselves this week.
Yeah, in week 1. Yeah, in week 1 they showed themselves. Yeah.
Nah, that was a fluke.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was crazy. The 1 o'clock game started really slow. I myself was very worried, and then I looked at the scoreboard, and everybody was like scoring 40 and 50, and I'm like, oh, okay, like must just not be me.
Right?
Yeah.
And everything started turning up a little bit later that Sunday afternoon.
I was
it
gonna
really
say,
turned up Monday night. Jeez.
I remember when Josh he hit us up on Sunday night or whatever. He's like, "Oh, so do you guys got any ideas for the podcast?" And I was just still toast from golf. I'm like, dude, I've just been getting beat up by golf and fantasy all day. I've got nothing.
Right, I'm gonna drop a 3-month-old off at your house real quick. I'm gonna let you figure that all together. You'll be all right.
No, there's a reason why I've not signed up for that shit, dude.
No, it's not that bad. But dude, by the way, everyone, Bren drove a 289 yard par 4 green this last Sunday at golf. So congratulations.
That was so funny.
amazing.
I expected him to give me a little shit, like, "Yeah, man, seriously, you hit that at us?" And he was just like, "No, man, I was so happy for you."
He was stoked. Yeah, those guys are stoked. That was a great session of golf. But I ended up well. Yeah, ended well. I mean, I'm glad I won this week. I'm quite surprised that a lot of other people's teams, minus a few that I called being bad, but
Like who, Craig?
like Justin's.
Ooh.
No,
Okay,
respect to Justin. I'm gonna say right now, Justin scored. I think in the very first one that got deleted, I said I feel like he scored what he would score on an average week by week basis, and he did it again where he put up like 115-ish.
So real quick. So you got mad at me for using the C word with him.
Did I use a C word already?
No, I did.
No.
But no, I'm just saying you got mad at me for using the C word with him.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Week 1, he scored 113.7.
Uh-huh.
Last week against you, he scored 113.36.
Yep.
If that's not the C word, I don't know what is.
That is.
right?
So it's only 2 weeks. We're gonna say it's borderlining the C word. If it happens again, week 3, we're gonna label it. Fun fact. I have the same points forward as I do points against. So that's your fun fact.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was happy with this loss.
Well,
I mean, I wasn't.
speaking of it, right? We've got our sweet, sweet segment. Put 'em on blast.
Oh boy.
And unfortunately, this week, with us kind of like changing things up and stuff, we haven't really had a whole lot of trades going on. So we were kind of thinking who and what can we put on blast this week. And I think the number one thing we wanted to talk about was Justin losing to Craig, because some of us had Justin ranked very highly. Me.
Yeah.
And he's looking like a piece of shit out there. What is he? He's 0-2?
0-2.
Yeah, he's 0-2.
What are you doing to us, Coach of the Year?
This poor guy.
I know.
He can coach soccer, but he can't fucking win a fantasy football game?
Right? His at least his soccer team's undefeated, because he's not. That's for sure.
Right? He's at least got that going for him right now. You better hope. You better hope that keeps going.
I do recall Josh saying that if I beat Justin, he was going to do something with Justin's rankings. I just can't remember exactly what he said.
Yeah,
I think he had me ranked 10th overall on his own.
Yes, I said you were going to move up, which if we were doing any type of power rankings this week, you would move up and Justin would move way down.
Okay, but did I move up in your heart?
Yes, you did, Craig, because I'm putting myself on blast this week. Because I have been shitting. I have been shitting on your wide receivers all since you drafted them.
And my 2 top 5 receivers right now? My 2 top 5?
And they have balled out at least the first 2 weeks. So far, your receivers, although to be fair, I'm putting myself on blast for your running backs too, because they've kind of disappointed. I'm saying I was completely wrong about your team so far.
Okay. So, I would be putting you.
I have to put myself kind of in that same boat. I'm definitely kind of like completely wrong about Craig's team.
Well, feels good.
To be fair, like we did say when we came in the first week that it was going to be so hard to judge whose team was actually good and whose wasn't, because.
Well, yeah, but like I know, like with Craig, I definitely thought Thielen and Lockett wouldn't necessarily be top 5, like they are playing.
Right,
I don't want to give them that C word yet.
I was going to say, I don't know. It's still early. I mean, Lockett, I think, had 2 touchdowns for 2 receptions at one point. So, I mean, it is his
and like
what he plays, but you never know.
Yeah, and that's like what I would expect from him, but like once every like 5 weeks, and then the other 4 weeks he would be less than like 6 points or something. But he's been a lot better.
I mean, with Metcalf showing out he did last year, Metcalf might be getting a lot more attention. He's a scarier looking target, so it leaves a lot of room for Lockett to be.
Yeah, well, he was also like kind of hurt too last week a little bit. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not. That's what I heard.
I'm blasting the 2 teams that scored under 100 last week. I don't know it. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's everyone. I think it was Josh and Dan, right? Josh and Dan.
Yep, Josh and Dan.
Get their team
over. Let me make sure no one else. But
I'm
gonna make sure real quick, no one else. But yeah, it was me and Dan, and like I was saying before the pod, I'm actually really happy with it. So you can fuck off, Greg.
That's fair.
No, I'm happy with it. Like, not happy that I lost, but I'm happy that because Funk put up 15 touchdowns with his team. His entire team scored 15 touchdowns. That's ridiculous.
Respect,
like,
Funk.
Craig,
that
you
was
scored
a show out.
Yeah, you scored 11, Craig. That's a lie. He scored 15. So pretty much,
and he scored 164 points. That's crazy. Well earned the 10
right.
bucks. I was a little upset. I wanted to win that 10 last week.
Right. So like so basically, like, I had almost no shot of winning. Like,
I mean,
unless my team did that, but clearly they weren't going to. So I'm glad that my team, though, a lot of my players put up bad performances. Like Kamara did nothing. So I'm just glad. Obviously, Antonio Brown
that it
did
was
nothing.
Such a blowout instead of being so close.
Right. I would rather not waste my guys' good performances and lose. Then I would rather this happen where there's no chance of me winning. All my players wasted a bad week now instead of when I actually needed it.
Okay, that's that makes sense. That makes sense.
That's one way to keep it positive,
So, yeah, I mean, let's put our energy at the guy we really want to put our energy at, like Dan.
Oh my God!
For over 100
right?
points. gross.
I think he was projected a bajillion points this week. I'm so surprised he lost. Jeez.
No,
I mean,
he
he
was
must have stared
projected.
at his phone 100 times on the course. I was like, bro, your score isn't going up.
He'd go up to putt and set his phone down next to him, and then putt and pick up his phone. To be fair, it worked. He was putting like a G, but whatever. That's aside the point.
Well, he had to make up for his fantasy football team performance.
I'm really surprised with Prescott only getting 7.48 with 230. That's just crazy. I didn't think they'd get shut down like that.
Now there's a lot of.
What's that? No, I was just him wasting McLaurin's amazing performance this week. He took one of Scary Terry's only performances he's going to do this year.
Those Thursday night bombs, dude. They sometimes just they're a bad omen almost.
Yeah, Dan just likes those cupcakes, and if you don't get a cupcake, he just he collapses.
Boy,
plastic cake eater. Yeah.
So, question for you guys, real quick. Since Bren, you just said that, like, would you rather? I don't know how to phrase this because it's gonna be easy, but so how Dan got that from Scary Terry, the 22 on Thursday, and then this happened. Is that worse, or is it starting off a Thursday where you're say your Thursday person gets you 4 points?
Yeah.
Is that worse? But then your team recovers
for me
on Sunday, but you don't know that till Sunday.
There's a cap, right? So Scary Terry did really well, right? 22 points.
Yeah.
But it wasn't 30 or 40. If you get a guy who does the 40-point performance, balls out on Thursday, then I don't worry so much.
Gotcha.
So for me, I like seeing a lower score on Thursday because I'm I've got all day Sunday to make it up.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
I think
fair.
it gets your hopes up pretty big, seeing some big points scored by your.
Yeah, whereas it's a huge crusher when you take that lead out to the gate and you're not able to hold on to it. It's such a crusher.
Oh yeah,
especially because the only reason I brought that up is for me it would depend on my matchups on Sunday. Because if I'm counting on that Thursday matchup for say they have a good matchup and I'm like, oh, that's going to be a bigger part, and then they get you 5 points and then you're sitting there for 3 days
right. Oh, that's terrible. That's a horrible thing.
Yeah, can I make it up? Your
quarterback's sitting there with 8 points. You're like, oh.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. On Sunday, I had freaking Kamara get me 5 points the entire game, and I was like, that was awful. So, but yeah, Bren, let's talk about you and your big win, buddy.
Dude, I was so happy.
How worried were you about going 0-2?
Pretty worried because I started the last year 0-4 or whatever, and it just it's doable, right? We've clearly seen people be able to lose a few games.
Funk won a championship, I think.
Right. So it's still. But
yeah, he won't let us forget. Yeah.
I much rather would be in that group where it's you get just enough wins where you feel you're at the top portion of the group and you just need to win a couple more to make it to the playoffs, rather than being last year where I was okay, we have to get, I was a scenario boy where I had to score and win, and then I had to have this guy lose if that guy didn't lose.
Yeah.
Like a true Detroit's sports fan. Tell you what, right
there. It's week 3 and Detroit Lions fans are already well, we have to win out and we need these people to lose.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, I definitely don't want that. I don't want that.
Yeah, I know. I talked about because Justin called me a little earlier today, and I was like, man, you can maybe go 0-3 and you're still fine, but you don't want to lose too many more games to start off because, you were just saying, Brent, then you get into a position where you have to win 7 games in a row or 6 or 7, whatever. And that's not even counting what you need other people to do. So,
exactly.
So yeah, this is a big game for him.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I'm glad you picked that up. That was definitely. I feel bad for Barber dropping 2. I mean, trial by fire, buddy. It's a hot league, hot and cold.
Yeah, I mean, Bren, you got really lucky with Aaron Jones getting 4 touchdowns.
Well, that's what I said to myself too.
Yeah, that was
like I
nuts.
was pretty confident going into the game, and I was like, but if Adams gets a touchdown, I'm gonna lose. He can
Right.
get yards, he can get the receptions,
Catches, yeah.
but if he falls in the end zone, I'm screwed. And I watched the first half, and I was like, okay, I gotta shut it off. I couldn't take the pressure. I was like, I just gotta. I'll look at it later and see if I won or I lost. And I fired
Right.
it up before bed, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck you, Matt. Fuck you. I texted him, like, fuck you.
You gonna be playing Singletary in the future, buddy? You got a lot of high hopes. I think what Josh calls the number 1 scoring offense last year.
Dude, I got so much to work out still, and I'm like just taking it week by week right now.
For sure. One last note: it saddens me every time Joe Mixon scores under 10. That is all.
That is all.
I know, especially with his workload. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I've been surprised though. Like that, Bren, your game with Barber, that was, I think, the only one so far that's really come down to the wire.
Yeah, where it's gotten
that was
closer.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Mac and Dan kind of came down to the wire, but Dan ended up losing by 21 points, so it wasn't really even
right
like that close. Where your guys is like you said, if one touchdown away and he wins.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Shane and Nate's game at one point was close, and then
oh yeah,
Aaron Jones happened. So.
Yeah, but Shane didn't really have a shot. Shane was up by like 13.
To be fair,
and Nate had Aaron Jones and TJ Hawkinson going.
Yeah.
So like Shane was praying that they got COVID and didn't play.
I mean, prior to that game, I thought Green Bay was worse, and I still think they have issues. But I thought there was a possibility after week 1 with Green Bay really having.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was a possibility, but still, even as the game unfolded, it wasn't like.
No, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Where you had to watch the whole game to,
I just hope all his chickens are still alive because he killed one of them and it did not help.
Halfway through the game, be right back. Gotta go outside.
Ever don't watch.
He freaking snapped his neck, put it on a spike for the other chickens.
Let this be a warning.
Oh my gosh!
I just picture him in his backyard, like, and then Justin's probably coming over, like, ready to sacrifice an animal as well.
Justin's trying to get some of that chicken blood to do a sacrifice to get a win.
Yep.
Okay, so are you guys good with the recap though? Anything else you guys wanted to?
That was a hell of a week. I'm glad.
Good week.
I'm glad my team showed up to play.
Yeah, I'm just glad. I always hate, like, real quick, I always hate that after Monday, it's Tuesday, and they don't, like, reset everything on Tuesday. Like, it still shows your score from that past week. So, like, I was sitting there all Tuesday just staring at this 98, and I was like, just switch over to the new week already. Like,
yeah, they really let you have it.
Yeah, they really let it soak in. If I was Funk, I'd be happy about that. Like, yeah, I'll soak that in, but like,
right.
For
and
anyone
then you
who
wait
lost,
for that little pop up, like you've opened the app 15 times already, but it hasn't hit you with that pop up where it's like, nice try, buddy, but
right,
better luck next week.
Yeah, it's an unskippable video.
Yeah, mine basically said that. Well, at least there's 17, or at least there's another week, or something like that. I was like, fuck you.
Fuck you. Stupid Watson.
Exactly. So, all right, we want to jump into my surprise.
I'm interested with this. Yeah, what this surprise segment is. That's for sure.
Dude.
Okay.
We put them on blast. We hit our boys. Did a little recap.
Yep.
We're fucking ready.
All right. So this segment, it's basically a would you rather segment.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these are my favorite.
Yep. So, would you rather win a championship, fantasy football championship, obviously, or win $1 million? But if you take the $1 million, you can't quit playing fantasy football, and you'll never win a championship ever.
Wow.
Right.
Well, I already know what I already know. So.
No, yeah.
What would you do?
Go ahead, Brent. Why don't you let them know?
So I gotta try and picture the scenario. I'm like someone's walking up to me and they're like, you're getting $1 million, but you're invested in fantasy no matter what, and you're never gonna win if you take this money.
Is it a triple
Exactly.
B-Boy championship?
Yes, it's a triple
Okay.
B-Boy championship.
This is an interesting scenario because you have one of these already, Bren.
Well,
like this.
I'm gonna take it as like I don't, right?
Yeah, of course you don't have one yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
But it's tough because, no, I'd take $1 million. Who am I fucking kidding you? Like,
oh man, I would take the fucking, if it was a triple, I would take the championship. I can make money my whole life. I don't give a fuck. I can't seem to wrap my hands around that. I want to snuggle up with that belt. So I can't wait. I'd rather take a championship and just have that.
So going back to my side of things, like I've won one, and I got the nice $600-700 payout or whatever it was.
But did you have the belt?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd rather win the championship, take that $800, go put it on like some fucking crazy odds and win like $1 billion. If not, then fuck it. I got that belt. I don't care about the money at that point either. Just give me that belt.
I'm sure that's the most frugal way to spend your million. Not your million, but your 800.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same. It'd be a hard decision. It wouldn't be hard. That'd be my decision. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'd see that's where because I'm obviously in the same shoes as Bren, where I've already won it twice.
Oh, shut up! Is this the whole question just for you guys to pull your cocks out in front of me?
No,
because I don't really care.
Josh, it's working, buddy.
I know, but like because Funk has 3, I have 2, so I'm almost like, would I rather just win the next one and then be tied with Funk? Or
No. This is like you've not won a championship, so you don't know what it like.
No, I know. Like if I haven't won it yet, I would take the championship in a heartbeat. But I'm saying like from right now, yeah.
Over $1 million. Do you know what $1 million can fucking do?
But then I would have to
let me just tell you, you've won the fantasy football championship, right? So you know that does absolutely nothing for you.
Except for I could.
You guys are just using
I could say I've won a championship instead of hearing people like Dan and Funk talk down to you. Hey, kitty table, shut up.
Or talk down to me all you want as I'm bathing in my $1 million.
That's fine.
It's 2021. That $1 million will last you like 3 weeks.
You're right?
That, dude. Give me $1 million.
You're gonna invest that into Dogecoin and it's gonna flop.
Brent would have to have the fat biggest booty hoe, bro, ever, dude.
She takes me for all I got.
Yeah, bro. I would, dude.
She was so beautiful, though.
Well, that's fine. At least one of us takes the money. We can go chill to the other person's crib. So I'll be all right.
Well, right, yeah, exactly. I could just borrow some of your million and
I'll bring my belt over.
Like, yeah.
I'll just be honest with you, boys. If I ever win a large amount of money, I'm not sharing it.
Oh, that's fair. I would not expect you to. Remember that time we played video games together? Give me some money.
Give me some money.
I would give you guys like $10 to go buy yourself like a meal for McDonald's or something.
I'd crumple that thing up and throw it in your fucking face.
Like, here, guys, get the value meal on me, okay? This is for you and your family. I'll throw you a 20 so you can buy for your family too.
Well, that was an interesting question, Josh.
Yeah, there's 6 more or 5 more.
Nice. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, Melanie helped with a couple of these too. They're really good ones. So, all right. So the second one is, and obviously for all these, we're assuming you haven't won a championship yet. Win a championship, so you're guaranteed to win a championship, but you have to make a trade with Shane every year. So would you do that?
So you got to do dealings with Satan himself.
Yep.
To get a chance, or basically,
so you either have to. So you win a championship this year, but then every year after that, you have to make a trade with Shane every year.
Oh, so like it's no matter what, like you're on the losing end of the trade. It's not like we get to trade rape him.
Well, you could try to, but if Shane doesn't accept it at some point before the start of the postseason, you have to accept his trade.
So either I win a championship and I have to make a deal with Shane, or what?
Or you don't win any championships at all. ever again.
I would rather just win a championship because we all know how easy it is to trade rape Shane. So I would just take him for all his money.
I was gonna say,
walk out.
Right, because you
I can
might
definitely
lose the
make a
duck
deal
over
with
here.
that boy.
Yeah.
because like obviously he's stubborn, so like sometimes you might have to bite the bullet and get trade raped by Shane. Does that make sense? Like some years he's probably gonna be like
Yeah, like
he
some
is.
years his teams are so bad, like they're just all
Right.
tight ends.
Where you
and
might
all
have to take.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly. All defenses.
You gotta get a third tight end on this bench.
Right. So you might have to take his kicker for Alvin Kamara or something like that. Like,
Well, if it came down to the wire and I had a gun to my head, then I guess I'd
well,
take
right, yeah. I mean, if you're able to work it out with him, but yeah,
That's
I would
fair.
do that too. I would take the championship and
Yeah, and you just really you work Shane over in the long run. You just got to work him over.
right. Is
And if
that
it comes down to it,
unanimous?
you give him something, whatever.
Right. Is that your answer, Brent? Too is take the championship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that one was kind of easy. That was my own.
Well, that and it's like with that you don't have to make a bad trade. So
Right. You can
as
technically
Right,
long as you
exactly.
can find a way to make a deal with him, and like I know what you mean. He can definitely be stubborn and odd, but usually you work him a little bit and it gets a little bit better.
See, but then Shane could kind of try to hold it against you, like if he knows you're getting down to the wire.
Yeah,
And
I mean, if
because,
Shane knows the premises of like I have to trade with him, he's
I don't
definitely
think.
gonna
Yeah,
hold
I'm
it
gonna,
over
well,
your
I'm gonna
head.
put
well,
money on
clearly
Shane
he
not knowing
doesn't.
that. Yeah.
Clearly he doesn't listen to the podcast most of the time. He just hears what he wants to. And,
Right, and then yells at you in group chat for it.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Guilty.
All right, the next one. So the next one is you win the championship, or you can have, so you win a championship, or you have the number 1 overall pick for the next 3 years. But you don't win the
Okay.
championship. So you can either guaranteed win the championship this year or have the number 1 overall pick for the next 3 years.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a little more difficult because you can't really guarantee a championship even if you get. I mean, we've seen how some of these first rounders fall
Right.
through. Obviously,
for sure. An injury.
your chances would be much better. You know what?
But then you could possibly put yourself in a position to win it for 3 years.
Right, and as a guy who's always been on the back end of the draft, never in that 1, 2, 3 spot.
Yeah.
I definitely could see how this would be tempting to me to be like, nah, give me the 3. Give me the 3.
So I win the championship
Right.
and don't get the first pick. Like, what's the benefit? What's like? Can I get a second pick?
You
Yeah, I
could,
mean,
yeah.
you could get second, or you could get
I'd rather take
10th
the
every year, or you could get 5th.
championship. At this point, I'm stacking them, so I'd like 3.
That's fair.
I want my name on that belt 3 times. Never changing the
Well,
name. The Jew
You
Queen
gotta
will.
get one. You gotta get one first, Craig.
True.
Okay, well, in these fantasy scenarios, I already won 2, so 2 right now. Okay.
That's fair. Brian, what would you do? Which one would you pick?
I'd go championship on that one for sure.
Yeah, that's a
'Cause,
fair
you
one.
can win from any pick, but yeah.
All right, this next one is I would take the championship as well over that.
Okay.
This next one was a really good one, and this was Melanie's one. Would you rather? So, would you win the championship? But if you win a championship, you can't smoke or drink until a new champion is crowned.
What?
Oh, I would just not be playing fantasy football. What is that question?
No, you can't quit. You
Wait,
can't
what's
quit.
I either win a championship
So
and have
if
to be
you,
clean.
yeah, so would you win a championship but if you win the championship, you can't smoke or
I have to
drink
be sober,
alcohol.
basically. All
Yeah,
life
until a new
focus.
champion is crowned. So whether that's the next year or if you win 2 or 3 in a row, you're sober for 3 years or however
Sacrificing
long.
drugs and alcohol for a championship, dude. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna step up to this podium. I'm gonna take.
Easy.
As I say, I'm gonna take the championship.
I'm
gonna
taking
get
the
healthy as
championship.
fuck for a year. I'm gonna work out.
Really?
I'll probably get jacked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna fucking fall right back into old habits after
I
that
did
year.
not expect that answer from Bren, especially
I was gonna
so.
say, it's only lasting 1 year.
Yeah, shit, I think I've been on probation
You
for
don't
a year.
know
I
that.
could do it
'Cause
again with a
I'm
championship.
purposely playing like the Lions the next year to like fucking be able to be a piece of shit.
Right.
Brent said he's taking the championship, babe, and he's just picking the Lions the next year so he loses and smoke again.
So I have 5 championships.
Oh my
Sick.
god.
Oh,
I didn't actually think about that scenario. That's smart, Brent.
Yeah. I'm
I
just
didn't
gonna
even,
throw it.
like I said, I thought that'd be a lot harder, especially for Bren, just because I figured Craig would be a little easier with, Quinn and all that right
For
now.
sure.
Oh yeah,
To
I was
do that. Wow. No,
pretty
that's
much
a good
over in general.
wow.
So
Thinking of it that way, I would definitely
I still value a championship very highly, just not $1 million,
well, I guess
I
that's
guess, highly.
right, and I guess that's what I'm testing here is how
Sure,
bad do you want the championship, you
for
know?
sure.
you can
And
see I'm extremely
Now
horny for a championship.
ask me if I'd suck a dick for a championship. Ask me if I would.
oh, I already know that's
I've
yes.
already done it.
All right,
Oh,
what next one?
Mhm.
And let's see. Oh, okay. Would you rather win a championship this year, or you could choose someone else to guaranteed not win a championship for the next 5 years?
Oh, I'm diabolical. I'm definitely getting to choose who doesn't win one.
Oh, then who are you choosing? That's
Probably
the next
Dan.
part.
we double our mojo up and make
Probably
it 10, like
Dan.
a 10-year dry stretch for him.
Sure.
We could make Dan run dry for 10 years. I would laugh.
Well, it'd be more than that because it's been how long since he's won already?
Oh, you're right. Like since the dinosaurs passed, bro, he hasn't
Yeah,
won.
so like make him go without a championship for like 14 years, 13 years,
Ooh.
something like that, 12 years.
I don't know. That's a hard one, man. I might just say I'm gonna stick with some championship, 6 championships now.
It just keeps
Craig's
going up.
fucking
How many years
rich
in a
over
row?
there, dude.
I want
Craig's
more.
really gonna stay sober.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I am. For fucking heck yeah, give me at it, dude.
Oh my goodness. All right. So the last one. Win a championship, but never be able to play fantasy football again, or always finish second place, never winning.
I would never give up fantasy football. I wouldn't give up. What? You got to give up fantasy football? What?
Yeah,
Say
you
that
gotta
If
say
again.
you
that one
win,
again.
if you win a championship,
Mm-hmm.
you never play fantasy football again,
Okay.
or you keep playing fantasy football, but you always finish second, never win.
Oh, I'm going out on top.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that would be terrible. Knowing you would never win and just reach the
Right?
cusp.
But then
Gotta have glory. It's all
you
about glory.
always finish in, but then you always finish in second, so you're always getting money.
It's not about money. It's about glory. Brennan would
Yeah.
know.
You gotta remember, it's our shit league, so you're winning like $200.
Right.
Hey,
You think second
eventually,
place is just about as good as a fucking
That's
worm?
barely
right.
gonna cover the inflation on next year's buy-in.
Hey, but what was what was Craig's reasoning for winning the ship and not taking the million? You could take that 800 and go invest it on something. You could take that 200 each year and make millions off of that 200
True.
by placing it on bets and investments and all that stuff.
True, but you're still
That's
always second, you know what I mean? And just
right.
playing fantasy
Yeah,
football.
I was
There's
gonna say,
right.
bro, that's
But
not
like
even worth
Craig,
it. That's not worth it.
but Craig said
I'd
he's
rather
never
give up
given up
200.
fantasy football.
I'd rather give up $200 a year than fucking
yeah.
play second place the rest of my life. Fuck that.
So you'd rather give up $200 a year for
That's what you're saying.
$800 once.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
for the glory. The glory. I don't care about the money. I want the championship, Josh. How many of these questions are you going to ask me until you get the hint? I want the championship. I want them all.
All right, Melanie didn't want me to ask this one, but I got a bonus one for you.
Thank you. I was gonna say, where's the juicy one that puts Craig in a situation where he's gotta like kill 4 people he loves or choose the championship?
Well, I have 2 of them, but I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Bro,
both
get
of
my
them.
gun. Who am I killing?
Would you rather? So you can win a championship, but if you win the championship, you you can't have sex for 5 years.
Ah, fuck it, dude. I won't have sex for 5 years. Give me that championship, dude.
Yeah, sign me up.
I went how many years without sex? I was versatile. I was like 18 or 19, some
And
shit
it's
like that.
just sex. You can still fucking rub
I was
one
gonna
out.
say, man, yeah.
Give me that championship.
Another 10 years with that belt. I'll show that belt what's up.
I don't know if I could do that.
Now to put
Especially
another
since-
twist on that, though, you have to let your woman go out and still get action because you can't provide.
100%. Why I would not deny her if she could not supply her? Come on now.
Yeah, you have to have an open relationship.
Such a
I'd be
gentleman.
bringing it in. Dude, yeah. I mean, I had to have the belt, so
I will.
I gotta make it fair.
She can go have sex with another man. I'm gonna be cuddling the damn belt.
Right. You're just watching them as you wear the belt. You're like,
Yeah.
this was worth it. This was worth it.
I just want this is worth it.
Craig, you're tilting the camera. Stop it. Sorry.
Well, that was a good 3
The
minutes.
belt is heavy.
You guys finish up. I'm gonna go watch some TV. Yeah, I'll be bound to be downstairs.
Craig goes up to the other guy. Hey man, how do you last like 5 minutes? I can never do that. How do you do that?
Hollywood, bro.
Oh, good stuff. All right, so yeah, that was my surprise segment of Would You Rather.
I liked it. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you, Josh.
And I'm glad you didn't tell me anything about it, because even if you would have just told me it's Would You Rather, it would have ruined it.
I feel a little dirty
Right.
with how depraved I am for winning a championship. He just kind of brought it out of me.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was definitely surprised at how much you guys wanted the championship. I thought there were some of them that would make you think about it a little bit, but not really. So
you would have had
But
to
that's
put
good,
some
though.
real heavy restrictions.
Yeah, you can't just do money or something. Like if I have to
Yeah.
sacrifice, like I love animals, right? I could never hurt an animal
Mhm.
yeah, well, I'm not trying to go that far, but
unless you put a belt in front of me and I click clack. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm not
no,
doing
those were
that.
good. I enjoyed it. Thanks, Josh. That was fun.
Yeah,
I really want
no
a championship.
problem. Yes, you do. Too bad you'll never get one. So you can just go over all
You're
these
never gonna get
scenarios.
this. You're never
Yeah.
gonna get
God damn it.
Oh my goodness. So, all right, well, go to the picks now.
Yeah,
for
we
sure,
could.
for sure.
Yep.
All right. Oh, hold up 1 second. Let me pull them up. I had them up, but had to close them down. So Ike made his picks earlier. I got mine. So last week, Bren, you went 2 and 3, which pushes
Again.
your year to date 4 and 6.
Okay.
Hey, not bad.
I went 2 and 3,
Surviving.
which pushes my year to date 4 and 6.
Okay.
Ike went 2 and 3, which pushes his year to date 4 and 6.
Wow.
Woo! He's holding his own. I love it.
Yeah. Craig went 2 and 3, which pushes his year to date 3 and 7.
Ugh,
So you suck, Craig.
Yeah, dude.
that math don't add up. That don't sound right.
Yeah, you were 1 and 4 last week.
No, I know. Hey, that's I'm coming back slowly but surely,
knows.
bro. So
I know he knows. I just wanted to make sure he knew.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely make sure he knows.
Right.
Hey, you know, I can see
know,
what Josh
right?
Allen's gonna. I know. I get it.
So, all right. So first match, let's do Dan and myself. Who y'all picking? Bren, we'll start with you.
Okay.
And to be fair, this is post waivers, so everyone knows. I'm sure they know, but it'll be interesting to see what will
Well,
happen.
this is pre waivers. Pre.
That's what I said, Josh.
No, you said post.
Prove it.
That means after, Craig.
You're right. My bad. You're right.
Dude, you got empty slots on your team, Josh. How am I supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm
pick?
playing mind games with Dan. He doesn't know yet.
Smart. That's good. Okay, don't tell me what you're putting in there. It's a surprise again.
Yeah, because he's probably gonna be like, "Oh, who's Josh playing? I don't know. I'm
Definitely
freaking
not
out."
Swift or Williams.
Definitely
No
not
way.
that.
Definitely not playing Kamara. That's for sure.
No,
I was gonna
no.
say same predicament as the draft. Well, is he gonna choose Kamara at 2? I
Right?
don't know.
This I don't. I think it was last year or the year before. I don't remember, but I did this. It was so stupid. I would clear out my entire roster and put them on the bench until like 10 minutes before game day, and I was like trying to play mind games and shit. But then I'm like that. Like I'm not sitting Kamara, obviously. So why am I even doing this? Look, it was so stupid. Oh, good old
Josh,
days.
I,
But
I
I
like your
figured I'd bring it
strategy.
back.
I'm picking you this week, buddy. I like your matchup.
Yeah.
I like your strategy. Fuck with him, dude.
Let's go. Let's go. Suck it, Dan. All right, how about you, Craig? Who are you picking?
I like. Oof. I kind of like. I'm gonna go with Dan. I like Dan. I don't know about his defensive matchups this week, but I think I don't think he's gonna see such a drought from a couple of his players. And I think your matchups might be a little too cakey, boy. I think you're gonna a lot of your receivers are gonna be not gonna be needed on the field once they're up in those games. So Cortland Sutton and
Yeah,
Darren Waller
well,
scared me this week. So Calvin Ridley at the Giants probably be all right, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna take Dan.
okay. Well, you're wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah, no. I mean,
So,
yeah, they could get a ton of points. Who knows?
you're right. They could get nothing or they can get a ton. Who knows?
Those are really the only options.
Exactly. All right, so I went myself as well, and Ike picked me finally this week. So
Well done,
he can
Ike.
sleep in. Yeah, he could sleep in the house this time. All right, let's go. Nate versus Justin. Um, Craig, who you taking on this one?
Ooh, neighbors, Justin.
Yeah,
It's
this was
gonna
a
be a
tough
tough
one for
one.
sure.
I mean, I feel like Justin's duo is just a ticking time bomb before it really goes off. So I'm glad I missed it this week. But I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with Justin. I say this because I mean, Nate's team before he had some amazing performances was looking relatively, I don't know. I haven't seen his team perform yet, so I'm gonna go with Justin. I think Justin has been pretty C-word for 2 weeks. I think it's just a matter of time until, like I said, his duo goes off. Sanders is a little
Yeah,
bit worrisome, but same with Dalvin Cook. He's bound to have a game. Aaron Jones, I think, had his game. I obviously like
right.
Russell Wilson and stuff. I want to see him do well, but I mean, anything's possible. But once again, I really don't like Nate's receivers and Nate's receivers at their matchups at Cleveland and Tampa Bay. I mean, we can see what happens. I mean,
Yeah, yep,
well,
that's fair.
I like Justin this week.
How about you, B man?
Me, man, it's coming down to the coaching, dude. And you got an 0-2 coach over there, and you got a 2-0 coach.
Ooh,
Slam.
And so I'm going with Nate. Going with Nate
there you
Dog.
go.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going with Nate as well, and this pains me. But yeah, no, I mean, Nate's been pretty consistent himself
Why does
with
it
his
pain
team.
you to choose Nate this week?
Just because it's one of those, I had high hopes for Justin, and he's just disappointed me the last 2 weeks.
He's a giant disappointment. I agree.
Yeah,
Look at the
pretty
flops,
much.
man. Jeez,
Yeah.
bunch of floppers.
So I obviously don't think Nate's gonna put up like 150 again, but until Justin's team proves it to me, I have to go with Nate.
To be fair, Justin has put up 115 for 2 weeks. I mean, that's
he's
good
been
enough to be.
consistently bad. Thank
It's
you, Craig.
good
You
enough to
pointed
be.
it out.
He did 122 last week. I'm just saying.
Consistently
Just saying.
bad. He'll continue.
I like Nate's. I would like to. It's gonna be. That's a battle, boys. That's a battle.
That was a very tough one for me to choose. So Brendan and I went Nate, and then Craig and Ike went Justin.
Sure.
So, all right, let's go on to Craig versus Mac. I'll go first on this one. I picked Craig. I'm gonna
Anyway, the wind blows.
I mean, I think your running backs have some solid matchups that they can produce some points, and your receivers are your receivers. I can't talk shit about them, And then with the way Tom Brady's playing,
top 5,
they're playing the Rams, which is tough, but he's Tom Brady.
Tom motherfucking Brady, bro.
I can't imagine that he gives you less than like 18 points, So
right.
So yeah, I'm going Craig. All right, Bren, how about you? Since I know Craig's going Craig.
Craig, are you relying on that T Higgins, bro? You still high on him?
Oh, I like me some T Higgins, bro. So I will say,
this is the T Higgins v Tyler Boyd matchup, then.
Correct.
Ooh.
I will say I do like Robinson's. He's relatively consistent, which hopefully he just starts taking over more and more, improving himself over Hyde. You gotta love Najee Harris's volume. He's getting every touch. So, and he's starting to look a little bit better. Could definitely be better, but
you hear about Big Ben, dude?
Whatever. That does suck.
Yeah,
Ben kind of has been shitty though, so I'd like to see someone else get a chance there.
Okay, I like it.
I have not been a fan of their offense, so I mean they've been struggling. So if he still gets the same amount of volume and maybe someone that can actually move the ball down the field a little bit better, I'm gonna be really happy. McCaffrey is looking like he might hurt himself as well. It's gonna be a close one. I mean, I like the Lockett Metcalf, the Boyd Higgins. It's gonna be, I think I got.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Leonard Fournette's a bum. What are you doing, bro? He's a bum. Why is he on a team?
Yeah, that was another reason I went. I'm not ssure about his RB2 spot with no Josh Jacobs.
Right, but he's got Patty Mahomes. It's a very even matchup. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Yeah, I'll obviously go myself, but I might have to.
How about you, B-man?
I like Cardinals at Jacksonville, by the way. Holla at your boy.
Dude, I'm sticking with the winners club, dude. Max 2-0.
Oh, he's going, man.
I'm back, dude. I went with my prediction of Tyler Boyd over Higgins earlier this year. I think I might be in trouble there, but we'll see. This is the matchup that decides that. So
yeah, Max got a lot of potential.
Damn it, Bren! How dare you be wrong?
I know.
I think his points are a little inflated, but you can see McCaffrey and Mahomes alone can give him 70 if he does it right. So
right, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I love that he's sitting on the Cooper Cup. McCaffrey, Mahomes. I think those are literally three pinnacles on each of their teams.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Is you wish or not wish, but you gotta think Cup's gonna come down to earth. I'm not saying he's gonna get 5 points, but there's no way he's gonna put up 30 against Tampa Bay. You would think. Still
with Dallas all over him. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Atlanta started to give him a scare.
Yeah, that's very true.
They do have a very solid front, so yeah, I mean,
yeah,
they didn't score any touchdowns though last week. The Cowboys didn't score any touchdowns, I don't think. Or I'm sorry, what's his face? The quarterback didn't. Prescott didn't score any touchdowns, so.
Yeah, that was against the Chargers. Yeah.
Was that the Chargers?
Yeah, they faced the Chargers last year. First week.
Yep, that's my bad.
Remember, that was the first Thursday of the year.
Yep.
That had everybody balling.
And yeah, Prescott balled. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So Brennan Ike went Mac, and then Craig and myself went Craig. So,
hey.
And then so Shane versus Barber. B-man, who you going?
Dude, I gotta lift up my boy Barber's spirits, dude. His spirits are probably just crushed right now. I just delivered a blow.
I know. I just wanted to give him a hug. I just wanted to give him a hug earlier when he was like, "I thought you guys were gonna let me win a couple," and then
the poor.
And then start being it's yeah, sorry, initiation, buddy.
Get beat into the league.
Yep.
Craig, who you going?
So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely choosing Barber, 100%. Hopefully, Joe Mixon goes off. I personally, once again, Shane's team, especially with the way he performed last week, I think he's got a lot of issues he needs to look at, especially with Cooper being questionable, Cooper getting hurt. The same thing happened last year, so he's always kind of injured. He might miss a couple weeks. He might not play right. So He's also been questionable and balled out, but I think
but he's got Latavius Murray.
he's got Latavius Murray, right? That's his life. That's his savior right there.
He got in the end zone again, dude.
Yeah, he's got the end zone and didn't produce 10 points, but he got in the end zone.
He got in the end zone. Hey, that's all you can ask for in that situation. So hopefully,
right.
I think obviously the way J.D. McKissick played, I bet you he plugs J.D. McKissick in this week over Latavius Murray. The way McKissick, and they got him like almost 19 points last week. They were really leaning on him, so I bet you he plugs him in. But even with that, I mean, the Broncos at the Jets is a nice matchup. Overall, though, I think Barber has a really solid core minus Mike Williams. So if Devontae Adams and Joe Mixon and Kyle Murray produce like they're supposed to, I think it's going to be – I'm going to give it to Barber for sure.
Yeah. So that's a clean sweep because Ike went Barber and I went Barber.
You're out, Shane. You're out.
Yeah, Shane's done for, bro.
We know Texans boom and bust when we see it. We know you're busting.
Yeah, because, I mean, Craig brought up a lot of good points, but like I said, his RBs are where, like, Jonathan Taylor putting up only 5 points last week, and that just kind of, for me, confirmed more of what I was saying about that offense looking bad in general.
I was always scared of Jonathan Taylor because he's a talent for sure, but yeah, the way he played last year was very similar to what's happening this year, where
and so like I mean,
range consistently,
right, and then if Carson Wentz is out for any period of time, that's only gonna hurt Jonathan Taylor because now teams are really gonna stack the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and I mean, like I said, I mean, the one big advantage Shane has is tight end.
Yeah, Kelsey was a big boost.
Yeah, Kelsey over Andrews because Andrews hasn't been doing that good this year, but and maybe the defense too because like I said, Tampa Bay's facing the Rams, and you guys brought up a good point about the first two teams have been able to put up points against them, but who knows? The Rams or the Tampa Bay might get 2 pick sixes in the fourth quarter.
I was gonna say the freaking last 5 minutes of the game, they just get
Stafford's
pick sixes, I guess.
Stafford's you never know.
So, but yeah, and then Kyler Murray's just a baller, and like I said, I think he has advantage at the running back positions, and then Mike Williams has been doing really good. So I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Barber as well.
He's been doing all right. So
yeah,
I love Kyler. Kyler's the man, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't sold on him until these 2 games this year, and now I'm sold on him.
Yeah, Mike Williams 18-18 is just hella good. You can't ask for much more.
Right.
If he keeps doing that, not a big fan of Mark Andrews either. That's a shame he's not doing too well.
Yeah, I thought he would do better than what he's done this year so far, Mark Andrews. But all right, let's go to the match of the day of the week. Let's go Bren versus Funk.
What did we title this? What did we title this?
This is the battle of the bads, dude.
The battle of the bads. Yep, in the week 1 power rankings, Bren was number 8 and Funk was number 10. So Funk was my ass
humble pie, boys. Slice of humble pie.
I got humbled real quick by Funk. So all right, so I'll go first.
Well, we got to explain why it's the battle of the bads, right?
I just did that, didn't I?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned.
Well, you both had us ranked low in the power rankings, right?
Yeah, I definitely had.
Oh no, Josh didn't have me low.
Josh had
I had
7,
Funk
which was
low.
relatively low.
No, I had Brennan.
Oh, was it 4?
I had Brennan in my personal rankings at 4.
Ah, that's right.
And I had Funk at 9.
Your power rankings were all over the place, bud.
Yep. Sounds about right.
I definitely had these 2 ranked
low. We were thinking, that's what it was. It was Craig had both ranked low, so this is the battle of the bottom feeders.
Yeah. Well, and in the overall power rankings, you guys were 8 and 10.
That's right, Watson.
Haters.
Watson's a hater as well. So
Watson's a piece of shit. You don't know nothing.
Which, by the way, real quick, before we get into this, did you know that, like, if you go into, I don't think it does it on the app on the phone, but if you go on your computer and you go to the standings, it gives you a playoff percentage of what they think your playoff percentage is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because like Bren, you're only at 36%. Sorry to tell you.
I see
But
that. Yeah.
then it's interesting because like Barber's at 75 and he's 0, or Justin's at 75% and he's 0-2. So like it's just interesting how they kind
They
of get
definitely
that
take
with.
like future games and the way like they definitely take different things into consideration. You get it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Sure.
It's
I'm
definitely
like,
a long.
I just got my ass handed to me, and I have the second highest percentage at 85%. So
It's probably a really good. It's probably a really good like determiner as far as if you didn't change anything on your team all year.
yeah,
But because like I dropped to 8, I was 7 like for like 2 weeks, and now I'm 8. So which I don't get at all. Maybe I have some really tough matchups I don't foresee. I'm gonna get fucked.
maybe it's trying to tell you something, man. You got multiple people telling you you're bad, Craig.
I have nobody telling me all I hear is myself, and all I know is I'm great. So I don't know what you're talking about.
That's fair. That's a fair point. All right, I got us off track. Let's go back to the battle of the bads.
Battle of the Bads.
The battle of the bads. So we'll go first, and then we'll get Bren's opinion on it. So Craig, you go first.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So I'm going to right off the bat. I am going to pick Funk.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Derrick Henry at Indianapolis. Versus the Colts. Tannehill has been showing signs of weakness. Rodgers has been looked really good week 2. I thought Tannehill got injured, but he looks like he's good. But Tannehill has been struggling. So until he proves otherwise, I think there's an advantage, with Funk at quarterback, at running back. I think Derrick Henry and Chris Carson are better than both Austin Eckler and Saquon Barkley. Hopkins, arguably one of the best in the league. CeeDee Lamb's a baller, but Hopkins got Jacksonville. I bet you he feeds. Justin Jefferson's whatever. Mike Evans has been showing some clout, so I would give you Mike Evans there. But Rob Gronkowski, I'm still salty. I should have picked him up in the draft. I was going to get him week 1. Funk got him before me. Gronk is probably going to be a top 5 tight end this year, the way Brady throws to him. Logan
Gosh,
Thomas.
that pissed me off.
Yeah, Logan Thomas and Heineke. I thought there was going to be a connection. You guys told me there was going to be a connection. I lost money because there wasn't a connection. So I'm very irritated about that. No touchdowns. He did get some.
I don't know what more you want. He had like 5 for like 40 or something like that.
Right.
Like he just didn't get a touchdown.
He had the pater to get paid. That's unfortunate. I do like Julio over Henderson. I've never liked Henderson really too much. The 49ers defense at Green Bay will be interesting if they can shut down Aaron. Just Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers. We'll see what happens. So overall, I like P Funk's stars to outshine Brennan's stars currently. Obviously, if you plug Kareem Hunt or Singletary in there somewhere over Saquon Barkley, I don't know if you're going to Kansas City. So even so, I still like Chris Carson and Derrick Henry a lot more. Your team's been doing good, Brennan, but we'll see what happens. Week 3 and week 4 are going to be big determining factors for what we consider consistent in the league. So I wouldn't even give it to myself yet. But your team looked hot last week. They can stay hot again. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to go with Funk riding the wave because that's what that motherfucker does. He rides the wave all the way to the fucking playoff spot.
Yeah, I mean, well, first Ike went Funk as well.
What?
Yeah,
The
I know,
dog
Bren.
didn't pick me?
Nope, he did not.
Oh man.
But I did, Bren. I picked
Thank you.
I'm picking you. Because, so, like, I think Eckler's going to bounce back. That's going to be a higher scoring affair. And, the first 2 weeks with Eckler have been kind of weird. The first week he did good rushing, but he had no catches. And then the second week, he had 9 catches, but really didn't do much rushing. So I think this is the week where they're going to have that blend of, that he's going to probably get in the end zone twice, once receiving, once
total
rushing.
yards, 4 touchdowns.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I feel you too. Yeah, for sure. That's what he's going to do. But yeah, and then I think this is gonna be Barkley's breakout game against Atlanta.
Same.
And he not only is it against Atlanta, he also has 10 days of rest from playing because they played Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's going to be huge. And even last week when it was a short week's rest, he still played like 84% of the snaps or something like that. So you got to imagine with 10 days of rest that he's going to play all of it in a great matchup like that. I think CD Lamb he's gonna ball out, and I think he could keep up with DeAndre Hopkins. The only thing that you fear with Hopkins is that it gets a blowout way too early, and he just
Game
doesn't.
script could really go against him for sure.
Right, exactly, yeah. So I mean, it could be one of those things where he gets it early, and then they blow him out, and it doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, and then the Rams, it's hard because you don't know who Jalen Ramsey's gonna shadow or whatever. So if he's shadowing Evans, that puts a huge favor in Justin Jefferson's favor for Funk. But if he's kind of either roaming around or he's shadowing like Chris Godwin or something like that, then I think Evans will eat. It's just all who depends on who Jalen Ramsey's taken away. You know what I mean? And I think whoever that is, that's the person this week that's not going to do good for Tampa Bay. Yeah, Gronk. You just gotta think he's not gonna score 2 touchdowns every week. Like he had
Yeah,
like
he is.
4. He had
Yeah,
like 4.
he is.
I mean, I
Top
also
5
would not
tight end,
doubt
bro.
it.
I was gonna
I
say
would not doubt it.
I would put money on it. Oh, well, it'd be hard, but I
I
understand.
mean, he might score. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I would think he's probably due for like a Logan Thomas week where he's 5 catches
Right?
for 40 yards but no touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just hope Thomas can match that, or he can get in the end zone himself. But and then,
I
yeah, I
would.
like Julio over Henderson, but Henderson also might be hurt. He got hurt late in that game. I haven't heard if it's anything serious or not. So
Yeah, it'd
we'll
be
see.
interesting to see if he plugs in Mike Davis at his flex because Mike Davis at the Giants might do something
Yeah,
possibly.
because if I was him, I would put Chase in over
Jamar Chase.
Davis or Johnson because Johnson's hurt too. It's not serious, but he's hurt too.
Yeah, Chase at
So,
Pittsburgh.
but yeah, and then Rodgers, you obviously would take Rodgers over Tannehill, but I will say this though. Yeah, Tannehill played awful week 1, but last week he got really unlucky when it comes to fantasy because he had 350 yards passing, but no touchdowns. He had
Yeah,
one
none.
touchdown. He had one touchdown from Julio taken away, which hurt Brett. But and then he obviously Henry had 4 touchdowns, so it was like he got really unlucky in that department. So I think
Yeah,
that
it's not
would.
like Henry's gonna get 4 touchdowns every week.
Oh, he might.
Yeah, I was waiting for
He
Craig to be
might.
like, no, he will.
Yeah, he will.
Henry?
So,
No, the
but
Tennessee
this
offense
is
is
also
too
too though
stingy.
where I was saying that it kind of sucks we're doing this before waivers because like there was a couple matchups like that. If you decide to pick up someone, Bren, I don't know if you are or not. Like I'm not asking you to give anything away.
Yeah, who you
I
picking
was just
up?
saying like if you pick up a Derek Carr or someone who might have a little better of a matchup than Tannehill, it would it might make a difference in something. But I still, me, Tannehill's my guy. So
He is the
Right.
I'm gonna
Tannehill
have faith
whisperer.
in him that he doesn't only have the hots for me, but he does for Bren too.
You better not.
And
You tell Melly,
I
watch
think
out, because
Bren will pull this one out.
Tannehill has
So
performed only for you right now,
let's
Josh.
go. Let's go over to you, Bren, and your thoughts. Obviously, you're picking yourself, but
Yeah. So I mean, let's face it. Funk got his cupcake last week, right? This in
oh,
this most recent game, and
Cake
he
eater.
ate that cupcake, and this week it's gonna be a little different, I'm gonna be. This is the big boy leagues, This ain't no little par 3 course, where he excels. I'm about to hit him with the long drive, take this victory, dude.
Drive the green, baby.
Drive the green.
Been there, done that. I don't think P-Funk puts up near. I think he boomed. I think I think a more respect. At this point, I'm thinking, like I said, if people are scoring around 110, 115, that's going to be the average. Then I haven't looked it up yet or done the math, but yeah, we'll see what happens if you boys. You had some interesting week ones, had some interesting week twos, so we'll see what the week 3 brings. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's been a fun year so far. That's for sure.
I think we can all agree though, like the 1:00 games were shit for everybody. They were just really slow. So
those were some slow games. Yeah,
we had some high anxiety come Sunday and Monday night. For some of you, I was happy after golf, so that was good.
and then I think other than that, we've covered our matchups. We hit our surprise this week. Pretty solid podcast in the books. I think we might have lost.
Yes,
Josh.
sir.
Did we lose Josh yet? Okay, I thought we were gonna lose. Damn, I thought we lost Josh again.
You did for a minute.
Okay, I was gonna say I think we lost him for a second.
Someone got quiet, right?
Like I didn't hear anything Brent said.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be it. I'm real excited to see what week 3 and 4 brings. I'd like to see my running backs continue to produce and not be a bunch of bums, but we'll see.
Yeah, I gotta go take a look at that waiver wire, figure out who I want.
Dude, I forgot it last week. I definitely got to hit it this week. I passed out after this last week and completely forgot. So
yeah.
Wow, so you were one of those people, Craig. Wow.
I didn't like it, dude. I didn't want to drop anyone on my bench.
Participation, Craig, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
I finally got my freedom, and I said, "Fuck it." And
Watch unlimited waivers and then doesn't participate.
Hey, I'm glad it's there for everyone, to dip in and reach in and grab as many fish out of that pond
All I'm
as you
saying
want.
is you would have never missed it last year. You would have been on top of it because you knew that you only had so many claims.
I had to get rid of them. You're right. I had to get rid of them.
Craig, you must not want a championship that bad if you're not even playing waivers. Jeez.
Bro,
yeah, dude, you should have taken the money.
Right? Yeah, you should have taken the $1 million.
This is why I need the championship, because Lord knows I can't do it by myself. I need fucking someone some deity to come in and bless me. For the love of God.
That's hilarious.
No, I liked my team. I didn't really want to drop anyone, so I just swapped out my defense and kicker. And this week, I will tell you, there's 2 or 3 people that will no longer be on my roster that I'm done with. So not my starting roster, but my bench. I'm going to start grabbing some flyers this week. So.
Right.
Okay.
3 or 4, who knows? I can do as many as I want. God bless
America.
Whatever our country is called. Well, we're going to have to start thinking of what we're going to call our colony at some point.
Our colony. That's right.
Triple B boys.
Oh my God. Don't get me started. We'll be here all night, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking. That's the freedom I want.
I keep waiting for that apocalyptic event to happen. I'm so colony ready, dude.
We're going to split the village in 2, and we're going to go to war over waivers. I can see it already.
I'm pretty sure that first civil war is over waivers.
Yeah. We limit them.
No! That's one of them unlimited waiver people over there.
I do vote in the colony. We have old timey war standards where you have to kind of walk and get shot at.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't be tactical at all. You just gotta stand in a very square bunch and hopefully you're more accurate than the other guys.
I can see Craig talking to Quinn and just being like, you can date anyone you want. They could be black, white, Asian, don't matter. They just can't be one of them limited waiver folks.
Those goddamn limited waiver folk.
I would disown you as my daughter if you date one of them folk.
I can see Bren's son running around. Get off my lawn, you little shit.
Get off my lawn.
You don't know nothing about freedom. Yeah.
No freedoms.
Muskets on me. And that's all. I'm good.
All right, boys. Well, good podcast.
It was fun. Thanks, boys.
And we'll get together next week. See you later, boys.
Have a good night.